What's up, everybody? I just want to tell you guys thanks a lot for tapping in with me again. I got some bangers for this content right here, so please like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification button so we can get the algorithm going up. Now let's see what we got. I don't know what's up with that girl, but she's something else. Had that alligator right there, like, should I eat her or not? She was country made right there.
Welcome back, members of the Creepy Facts Media gang. Today I bring you a very disturbing video. This mother shown here is having a massive panic attack. She discovered about hundreds of bodies of children found in the back of an 18-wheeler truck. But this mother is now standing outside of a school, begging and pleading other mothers to take care of their children. She is also having another panic attack because she doesn't understand why everyone is acting so calm. This mother is obviously very, very, very emotional. She's trying to warn them that there's an 18-wheeler full of children corpses, but no one seems to care around her. This poor woman knew that the men that did this saw her, and they saw that she witnessed the bodies. This poor woman was found a few days later, chopped up into pieces inside of a luggage bag. This is very unfortunate. Those of you know that the cartel has business with the US government, and the biggest business in the United States is child trafficking and human trafficking. Please wake up and please know that this is real. This mother literally risked her life to inform other mothers. Take care of your children, save the children. God bless.
Man, I don't know what to say, but poor lady, she just witnessed something, try to help everybody out, family and all, and she got killed for that. Man, it's pretty crazy out there in Mexico. Man, my condolence goes out to her and her family. Sad stuff right there.
Thousands of specimens, he just said. Check this out.
Damn.
So huge news from that Congress hearing, which is still going on. I just thought I'd do a quick video. There are thousands of these bodies in these caves, and they're going to do an excavation and go into these caves, I think early 2024, and there could be hundreds of different types of reptilian species, they're saying. I can't believe what I'm hearing. They are saying that this could be some sort of they are non-human, they could be some sort of human hybrid or some sort of different type of species. But the ones that they are showing now, they are non-human. And they are saying there are thousands of these bodies in these caves. That should be front page news tomorrow. That is huge news. For me, it's huge news. I hope for people that study this, that is huge news. I'm going to go and watch the rest of it now. I just thought I'd let you know. Thousands of bodies, skeletal remains of these creatures. Let's keep going.
Can you imagine that? 1,000 aliens coming out of a cave and you're just walking right there and just seeing that? What would you do? I'm surprised that's not even in the front page news, honestly. That should be in the newspapers, should be on the headlines of the news media outlets out there. They must not care, or they must not want us to know about it.
So I want to remind you again, the United States government has never, out of all the money they have spent, has never ever built bunkers for the people of this country. They have their bunkers, and they spend our money to build them, but they didn't build us one. And World War III is about to kick off, if you didn't notice. Everybody on the planet is gearing up for war, and the shit's about to fly. We don't have anywhere to run, folks, and they want us to fight the war for them while they run in their bunkers and hide. I say send a pipeline of water and smoke into those goddamn bunkers and bring those little rat bastards up out of there so they can join in the fucking fun they're leaving for all of us.
But remember, this is for entertainment purposes only. You know, just gotta watch your back, watch your surroundings, keep one ear open to the streets, because you never know. It could happen.
Do you guys know what happened in Russia yesterday? While everybody in the United States were getting these messages, look what Russia was doing. They're getting people ready for World War III. The sirens were going off. They had the messages displaying on the television screen. Meanwhile, on the radio, they were telling people what's going on. They are getting ready for World War III. They removed the kids from school and they were giving them gas masks to teach them how to put gas masks to see who can put on their gas mask the fastest. All of this is going on. Meanwhile, in the United States, we're receiving messages of emergency broadcasts. Look, and now they're having their governmental officials go into bunkers. They are practicing for what's to come. This is getting serious, y'all, right? This is getting serious. What do they know that we don't? What do they know that we don't? What's going on? Nobody's telling us anything in the United States. Look at them. They're practicing for what's to come. They got the dogs. Look, bombs, fake bombs. And this is for entertainment purposes only. Entertainment purposes only, TikTok. I'm here informing people. That's all I'm doing. I'm informing people. Let's get it.
Man, looks like the future isn't bright for our children. I mean, I hope nothing really happens, honestly. I pray to God nothing happens. Damn, but they're getting ready out there. I mean, wow, everybody just living their life, which that's all there to do, but a lot of people don't know about this. Could be real, could be not, but over there, they're preparing for it.
I just saw the video of these men filming themselves taking money out of one of El Chapo's stash houses. I don't know if they're trying to die, but it sure seems like it. What are these guys doing filming? You better have some masks on. Look at this.
For real.
High def photo. I know El Chapo's in jail, but his men are not in jail. His men ain't. And his money ain't. Look at this. Then these guys turn around. There's a guy over here. He's just happened. He's smiling. Takes some money, puts it underneath his arm. You better go into witness protection, my brother. You better go into witness protection because that's what you're going to need. Why'd you film each other?
Man, I don't know if that was real or not, but if I was them dudes, I would have had some masks on for real. They ain't no joke out there for real. You already know. What the fuck is They need to quit doing that shit right there. That's not cool at all.
This video is for entertainment purposes only, and it's to help you see, no pun intended, the lies that we are in. Let's get it.
Madonna's 2019 performance for Madam X at Eurovision is bringing up a lot of questions today. Not just because she's wearing an X eye patch over her left eye, but because she has two dancers in the performance wearing a Israeli flag and a Palestine flag. While performing in Tel Aviv, in a performance where dancers wear gas masks just a year before the pandemic broke out. The performance starts with Madonna coming out of what looks like a giant red demon head with horns. As she walks down the Masonic-like staircase, you can see a giant inverted satanic cross on the side of her outfit. Next, Madonna grabs the gas masks on her dancers, who are mostly men in white dresses, and she pushes them to the ground. One of the dancers is seen with the Palestine flag on the back of their dress, looking lifeless. This entire part of the performance is very symbolic, considering this was 2019, and in 2020 the pandemic broke out where we were all masked. We oddly see the Statue of Liberty being destroyed, of the downfall of America. Then the most controversial thing happens. A man wearing an Israeli flag and a woman wearing a Palestine flag with their arms crossed and an X behind their back walk up to Madonna. Then we see a really odd flashing of Manhattan's Port Authority, Ramp 96. Next, a blatant giant blue triangle takes over the stage, and then we see Madonna standing over an inverted dark palace with a giant inverted satanic cross. Appearing above her is "Wake Up."
For those that have eye to see, knows exactly what's going on. They always tell you everything before it happens. This is universal law. They have to. They make it seem like it's a bad thing, but it's actually a good thing. Remember what I always say, everything bad for them is good for us.
Man, there's some kind of agenda that the elites are pushing out there, because for that to happen in 2019 and Hamas invaded Israel just recently, we're in 2023.
This guy went viral on this video explaining how he healed his eyesight just from changing his lifestyle and staring at the sun. I did the exact same thing. It's not a coincidence. Watch this video.
First thing in the morning, we're able to stare directly into the sun. And through doing this, I was able to stop wearing glasses and contact lenses. It's been over 3 years now, going up to 4 years since I put my contact lenses in. I don't believe it's 93 million miles away. I believe it's small, local, in the heavens, in the firmament. It's on the circuit. It's not what we're being told, I don't believe. Correcting my vision, staring at the sun, they tell us not to stare at the sun, so I believe this whole reality is based on a lie. Do your own research. The opposite of what we're being told. That's my advice.
Corrected that man's eye vision. If that's true, why are they keeping it away from us? But nowadays it's hard to believe what people tell you, so you don't know if it's true or not. That's why you take it with one little grain of salt.
So, you know the Mars theory?
That there's aliens on Mars?
Nah. So, there's a theory that Mars was the original planet that humans were from. And then something happened that we all had to fly to another planet and live on. So, there used to be like civilization that lived on Mars.
But now it's all dried up, right?
Now it's all dried up. Now, back this. On Mars, there's an element on the periodic table called xenon. Now, xenon on Earth is only found, this is crazy, it's only found after a nuclear explosion. And it goes hand in hand now. What if on Mars there was a nuclear warfare, destroyed the whole planet, but people were able to escape just in time, landed on Earth, and they had to restart from nothing.
So we are the aliens.
We're the aliens.
What the hell? Nah, that's kind of weird. But that makes sense also.
Because that's how low-key the Earth would end up looking like that if we did have
if something happened like that. Yeah.
No, but this is like real proof. Like this is search it up.
Yeah.
It's real shit. There's elements called xenon.
Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below if you guys believe that we lived in Mars at one point in time in our lives.
Look what's happening to our food.
Tuyuqlar nə boyda olur? Buna bax. Bir tuyuğa 400 qramı şapbulladır buradan bu tərəfə. O birisini elə, o birisini elə. Bəs, o birisini elə. Da vur baxıb bu nətər şişir. Əlini çək.
Man, I appreciate those people really recording that for us so we can get an eye of what's going on in there. Man, we shop organic now because all the stuff out there now, you see fake meat now, you see fake fruit, fake vegetables too now. Shop organic because they're putting all kinds of chemicals in our foods now.
These underground stream farms are so embedded in today's music business that the entire industry has been compromised. What? Unknown artists are using them to get signed. Labels are using them to keep artists hot. And the fans are unknowingly supporting it all. Even the most successful artists in the world have one foot in the black market. Streaming farms are usually run out of developing countries overseas. But it's grown to the point that I was able to find one operating out of a storage unit in New York City, of all places. So a recording artist will come to you and pay you to sit here and stream their music to run the numbers up.
Yep, yeah, just basically just run the numbers up. Some people will ask for 100K, 200K, just to get really the appearance of their music to look good when people go to their page. Oh, this song has X amount of plays, let me listen to it.
I wanted to come to you and buy 100,000 streams. How much would that, what would that look like?
Typically probably around $1,500.
Wow. Streaming farmers are the engine of a booming black market, where music artists are faking their way to the top of the charts. How do your clients find you?
Most of it's just word of mouth through referral services. Maybe it's a label or coming to me, and they're giving me a lot of business with all their clients.
You've had A&Rs and labels come to you?
Yeah. You've seen some of these prominent artists, like French Montana, for example. I think maybe last year had a song ripped down, and that was a whole big Twitter thing, and it kind of got a lot of eyes on big artists using these farms.
French Montana got caught up in a scandal when fans alleged that bots had hacked their Spotify account to rack up streams of his music. The G-Eazy's management got caught red-handed in a leaked phone call.
Maybe they don't know about all this stuff.
They know. Hey, these motherfuckers, they know. Are you able to show me, like, your stream farm in action?
Can show you the bot with all the servers on it. Right now I have around 50 servers around the country that I use. Basically 50 different computers that I could tap into and log into.
At any given time?
At any different, yep. So I have them all set up with the bot. Say I wanted to play his song for 60 minutes. I would just type in 60 here.
So at 2 p.m., all of those servers are going to stream a particular song.
Correct.
Say if a song is 3 minutes long, so we're talking about 20 times 50, am I correct?
Yeah.
In the space of 1 fucking hour.
Yep.
Wow, that's a lot of fucking streams.
Yeah, especially when you are able to scale up a lot, get millions of streams within a month.
What a way to make money.
Definitely. And not even just make money for myself, but some of these guys are signing big deals, 7-figure deals.
Because I forgot about that part. Let's not forget those streaming numbers translates into dollars.
Into dollars, actual dollars, yeah.
Hey, that makes sense why you turn on the radio station now and you hear garbage music on there. And you're like, how are these dudes even getting record deals? But you know what? Hey, it's like what they tell you. Fake it till you make it.
You're going to want to take a look at this. Do you know what these are?
So these are bunkers in South Dakota for the rich. Look at this, my people. Look how huge is. How many rich people live in South Dakota? What? So meanwhile, the show is still going on Earth. People can't afford rent. People can't afford their bills. People can't even afford food. And the rich are going underground to elude something that is about to happen. What is going on, y'all? Please share this video. Go find these people.
In the Bible even says, not even the people, the rich, can get away when God's rapture comes. They're going to be hiding under bunkers, under rocks. Not even them can get away. So just live right. Do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to fear anything, because if you're doing right, the Lord up top got you.
Woman gets 23 contact lenses taken out of her eye that have been sitting over the years.
Oh my God.
A little bit. There's a There's a third contact. Look down some more. We just removed 2.5 contacts. You can see this piece coming out. There's more. Goodness, this is
How
one
many?
for the record. I don't know. There's actually more.
Oh, God.
There's a whole waddle there.
I believe it.
How can she see?
You're my Guinness Book of Records.
This is why you should never fall asleep with your contacts in.
Remembered.
Octuplets.
It's bizarre.
You can see that again. I'm gonna have to count them. I think I've already counted more than 10 or 12.
Oh, come on.
No, I'm serious.
I can't believe you.
She got like 100, 200 in there. Easy.
After purchasing this spooky doll at an antique auction, the owner filmed some strange events. They set up a camera after finding random objects on the floor, and it wasn't long before they filmed some activity. The family dog comes to inspect the items, and is also suddenly spooked by something. But events become even more spooky when the owner finds that every time he places the doll near his daughter's Cabbage Patch doll, it reacts and starts dancing. But the Cabbage Patch toy has had all of its batteries removed. The owner even cut the wire on the side of the toy, and then stripped open both the feet and the legs to make sure there was nothing powering it. Is this a haunted doll or an elaborate hoax?
That ain't no hoax. That's a haunted doll for sure. Get rid of that thing.
Husband uses voodoo on wife, turning her into half cow, half human after she's caught cheating.
I don't know if that was real or not. Y'all leave the comments down below. Let me know what you guys think.
A celebrity witch very confidently came out and said that she knows that Beyonce is a witch, and she explains why Beyonce wears the stuff she wears and that she probably has an altar.
Do you consider yourself a witch?
Oh, I am a witch. But I don't do it for everybody.
Should I be scared?
No.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. Because, you know, they tell me Beyonce's a witch and shit like that.
Oh,
that
she
we
is.
should be scared. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. She's an Ifa. So when she wears her yellow, that's Oshun.
Oh.
You know, riches and beauty and love and all of that. Which I can see why she's connected to Oshun. But yeah, so it's another kind of tradition.
Okay.
Like, a lot of people would think it's voodoo, but it's really Ifa. So it's it's like a lifestyle as opposed to religion.
Because I always wonder why she always got on them flowers and she got on that elaborate shit. I'm like, can nobody buy your clothes? Your clothes look different.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
She probably gives her, so she has her own altar. She gives her food. She has parties for her. All of that. Just like Summer Walker.
Damn, Beyonce, what happened to you? You were all innocent when you were with Destiny Child back in the day?
More importantly, there's 3 giant corporations, BlackRock, State Street, and Vanguard, which own, collectively, they own each other, so it's really one giant corporation. But they also own 89% of the S&P 500. They own everything. They've now decided to buy every single family home in America. So if they stay on the current trajectory, they will own 60% of the homes in this country, single-family homes, by 2030. They literally are trying to buy everything. And the head of it, Larry Fink, the CEO of BlackRock, is on the board of the World Economic Forum. And what they've said, we want this great reset, which is you will own nothing and you will be happy. Well, they're on their way to making sure that we don't own anything. So you all probably have heard of people who are about to buy a home, and somebody comes in at the last minute with a cash offer and snatches it out of the market.
Right.
And it's usually an LLC with an ambiguous name. But if you trace that up, you'll find it's owned by BlackRock.
Damn. Damn, BlackRock, y'all tripping. By 2030, y'all want to buy 60% of America's homes? Let me get a piece of that pie too. It's gonna take some time. I don't got money like y'all, but I'm gonna get there.
The second craft crashed way out west of Magdalena, New Mexico, and that wasn't found until 2 years later. But the one that crashed in Corona, they also found a live alien. That live alien was named Eva, and he was transported to, it was a male, was transported to Los Alamos, where he lived out his life. He died in 1952. But during that time period that he was with us, he told us a plethora of information about what they have learned about the universe and what their technology is. Their technology is probably estimated to be about 50,000 years ahead of us.
50 years technology advanced in us? Whew. Wow. I want to be an alien.
Was apparently taken at night on a bus somewhere in San Francisco. While the identity of the person who took the picture is unknown, one thing is for sure. They would have certainly needed some serious nerve to point their camera in the direction of this guy. His bulging eyes look bloodshot, and he has a mouthful of yellowing teeth that seem to be gnashing at thin air. He appears to be in a trance or some sort of altered state similar to a zombie.
Man, you know who he reminds me of? That dude from Mortal Kombat. Remember the guy that had the knives on his hands and he was like, I don't know, for some reason, I think it's his teeth and his face. I don't know, the side or something, the angle. But yeah, that's some freaky stuff right there on the bus. I wouldn't even, yeah, that's some crazy shit right there.
I'm sorry. I really am. I didn't want to. I mean to ruin anybody's life.
We received that video of a visibly beaten and bruised Aiden Platursky who calls himself the Crypto King. In the video, he apologizes to investors for losing their money.
I lost close to $45 million. Strictly alone in the crypto market.
Platursky said the video was taken when he was kidnapped last December for 3 days. But he says a lot of it was coerced. Now, 5 men have been charged with kidnapping him. But before we go there, let's rewind. A few years ago, family, friends, and then others started sending Platursky money to invest in crypto. It quickly snowballed to more than 40 million. He was living a lavish lifestyle until it all fell apart last summer when several investors forced Platursky into a bankruptcy proceeding. So far, that investigation has found Platursky invested less than 2% of investor funds, and he spent at least $16 million on himself. Fast forward, in the video, the 24-year-old vows to pay investors back.
I'm gonna do it before I go and buy myself another car, before I go and buy myself expensive clothing, or anything.
One of the 5 men charged in Platursky's alleged kidnapping is this man, Akil Haywood. According to court records, he lost $740,000 investing with Platursky. He was appointed as an inspector in Platursky's bankruptcy proceeding. In that role, he represented the investors trying to recoup their millions. Haywood declined to do an interview with us, but he says he's innocent. None of the allegations have been tested in court.
Hey, he's lucky they didn't unalive him for real. That's a lot of money you're messing with. People's savings, all that. Wow, that's a lot of money. Now you got to take all that money and help them get lawyers to get them out of that mess that you put them in.
Ultimate Reception features a patent-pending magnetic grip system that literally makes the ball stick to your hand. And with the smallest, strongest magnets in the world on your side, it usually only takes one hand.
It's amazing, you can't even drop it with the gloves. Just make a lot of catches you weren't allowed to make without the gloves.
All done using a low-frequency transmitter that is integrated into the football.
The rechargeable battery for the device, and then here's the actual transmitter. This is the on-off switch so we can turn it off. These are the 2 wires from the antenna coming up into the transmitter.
And here's the key. The transmitter creates a current in the wire, which turns the ball into a pretty simple electromagnet. This time-lapse video shows how it's all put together. The ball is deflated and unlaced. The bladder is removed, and then a wire is wrapped around the bladder several times. The bladder is put back into the football, and then the antenna and the transmitter are epoxied together. Everything is then packed back into the football, which is laced back up and then reinflated. Weight is within the standard deviation of accepted professional football weights. The ball is carefully balanced.
Effectively, what we're doing is we're taking the football and turning it into a magnet.
The NFL is in love with the gloves. The reviewers are raving. Wide receiver Hakeem Nicks. You don't even need to think about catching it. Hall of Fame analyst John Madden. Pretty soon these gloves are going to catch a ball without a hand in them.
Especially when, if new, one hand is amazing, man. It just sticks. It just sticks.
The NFL is investigating whether these gloves make it too easy. If somebody like me can do it, then you know it's too easy.
And Manning's going to heave one. How in the world?
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, he is insane. How do you make that catch?
And strong those hands are.
This thing between him and Adebo, I want whatever gloves those guys are wearing.
That's just an absurd catch. He caught him.
Three on Carson Wentz. Got to let the ball go early. What a great catch. Fully extended. That right hand. And you don't see many running backs that can do that.
Fake to Barkley. Immediate penetration. What a catch by Saquon Barkley. And he's got the first down.
Damn, call that the love glove, an electromagnetic glove? I knew football games were rigged. Nah, some of them might be.
Here's a question. Would you let someone implant a microchip into your hand if you would receive $2,000 a month in return for getting a chip put in your hand? You heard me right. We'll give you universal basic income, basically. 2,000 euros, $2,000 a month if you allow us to put a microchip in your hand. That's exactly what's about to happen as part of the rollout of the central bank digital currencies. That's a carrot for them to rope you into this mess. We'll get to that part of the story in a minute, the chip implantation process, not the corn chip, as Dan said in our chat, but a actual metallic tracking chip. But a new report just published this week by the Bank for International Settlements explains how our new digital money system is about to work. We've been warning you that this was coming for a long time on this show. Also, we weren't the only ones predicting this. It was predicted in a little book, you might have heard of it, called The Bible, The Mark of the Beast. For one thing, this is how this new system would operate. According to them, the Bank for International Settlements, the new reserve currency, forget the dollar as you know it, basically. This will be the new reserve currency, which is how they want to label it and how they are labeling it. This would be used to settle all transactions. As everyone moves away from the US dollar right now, this seems like perfect timing to be moving to this new system. So are they purposefully torpedoing the US dollar in preparation for a global new reserve currency? One might wonder, right? We don't believe in conspiracy theories around here, but you have to wonder. It could include the confiscation of all property, physical property.
See, that's why I plan to get my stuff together. I already have my business, own 2 homes, but I still feel like that's not enough. I want a house in the country. I want to grow my own crop, my fruit, all that good stuff, chickens, so I don't have to depend on them. So when that day comes, deuces.
They call this fashion. Take a look. Doesn't look like fashion to me, honestly. It looks demonic. Looks like it's not from the Lord, and it's actually darkness and not light. If Hollywood, fashion models, and everything else are promoting these things, promoting darkness, and they're doing it openly, think about what the devil is trying to do in this world. Now is the time to stand up as Christians, as children of light, and proclaim the goodness of God, the salvation of God, and that there's hope for the future, for every generation. Subscribe for more.
Even if you're a Christian or not, what's right is what's right and what's wrong is wrong. That right there, come on. They look like some KKKs.
Who's controlling the clouds?
If you made it to the end of the video, I just want to say thank you guys for riding with me to the end. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And make sure you hit the notification button so you can get notified first when we drop some more heat. And it'll help the algorithm go up. Let's go ahead and reach these numbers. I'm out. Y'all have a blessed day. Thank y'all for tapping in with me. Inkin Thinkin Reactions. We in the house.